Good morning, welcome to day 11 of the Sanabres. We're just leaving our accommodation, Casa do Adelino. Yeah, very pleasant. We actually ended up, we didn't think we'd go anywhere for dinner last night. We were pretty tired after 4 big days through the mountains, but we did. We ended up going down to a bar and, the usual 8 o'clock service for dinner, but that was fine. It was honestly, by the time we had a shower and did our washing and got down there and had a drink and looked at where we were going today, etc., it was like 7:30, so we just waited half an hour and went for dinner. Yeah, it was pretty good. It was a pretty good dinner. Menu del dia, of course, but we had a vegetable soup, which was pureed vegetables, and some sort of chicken schnitzel thing, which was pretty good. So yeah, we were happy with food in our belly. It's 11 degrees at the moment, top of 21, no rain forecast, and we are going to Xunqueira de Ambia. That's how you pronounce it, Xunqueira de Ambia. 14.5 kilometres, very short day. So it's 8:30 at the moment. We decided we weren't going to rush. We're just going to take our time and cruise across. We got a village after 3 kilometres with services. We got another village after 1 kilometre with service, and then we've got constant little hamlets all the way there. So starting to get more and more little settlements to walk through. The only news that we've got, like physically we're holding up okay. Nereid's blisters are under control. My back's good, my feet are good. They've adapted to the new shoes that I got in Salamanca. However, I have developed tendonitis in my Achilles. So I'm actually hobbling along at the moment, and I think that if I can continue to walk, it's going to be pretty slow going from here to Santiago. We'll see. I would hate to think that after nearly 850 kilometres with the end in sight that I can't make it because I get an injury, but if that happens, it happens. What can you do? So yeah, we're just making our way out of Vilar de Barrio, and we might actually stop for a coffee before we get going. We've got such a short distance today, which is a luxury after the 4 days in the mountains, which is beautiful. Of course, we arrive on tomorrow. Tomorrow is Saturday. Oh my God, that's come so fast. Tomorrow is arrival day in Orense, and of course we are having a rest day on Sunday, which hopefully will give my Achilles a chance to recover. I think it's more of a long-term thing with Achilles tendonitis, but just get me to Santiago. All right, let's go and have a coffee. So we have arrived at the little hamlet. Well, it's described as a hamlet in the guidebook, but it's more of a village. Bavida. So no services, but I did just see a sign back there for a Pilgrim's Cafe. So I don't know whether it's still there or not. There's certainly no indication in any of the materials we've read. So we'll push on. We've only got like another, I think it's 900 metres to the next place, and it's got a bar apparently, according to the books. All the guides and all the Facebook groups that we read. So we're just going to push on. It's a bit of a slow journey because I am hobbling with his Achilles, but making progress. Slow progress, but making progress. Here is the bar. It's not looking particularly promising. Oh, could we be out of luck? I think we are. Oh no, there's... I don't think it's open, but anyway, Oh, looks like we're out of luck. Doesn't happen very often, does it? So it turns out the bar was actually open, run by a really lovely old lady, and we've got a new friend. Hello. Such a cute little dog. Hello. So we do get our coffees. Been incredibly lucky with bars on this Camino. Ooh, and the VDLP. Okay, coffee time. And that was good to have a coffee. Interesting place.
Hola.
Hola. It was an interesting place. It didn't look open, and we looked through the gate and the door was open, and there was an old lady there but it was just really unusual. It's abierto and sí. And in we went, and we were the only ones there, and she sat down near us and stared at us, and I think she wanted us to engage in some conversation, but unfortunately we just don't have enough Spanish to be conversational. We can order things and tell names and tell people we've got a reservation and do all the basics: food, drinks, accommodation, transport, but we're just not at that stage where we can have conversations with someone, which is a pity, because I'd love to have conversations with some of these people. So I hope you do better at learning Spanish than I have. Well, we've both tried, and we're getting there. I mean, if we were spending a lot more time here, we'd pick more and more of it up, but it takes time, I think. So anyway, we're continuing on and leaving that lovely little hamlet slash town. And check this out. This has been coming along this road for about 1.5 km now, and it just seems to keep going straight and disappear into the distance, and it's flat. We're not used to that. We've been walking through the mountains for 4 days, so So we're coming up to the 10k mark, and this is a little hamlet of Bobadilla. We walked along a flat, long, straight road. Must have been for 3 or 4 kilometres, and then we did a sharp right turn, and we've come up to this little hamlet. Starting to warm up a bit, so we'll probably just stop here briefly and just have a drink and push on. We haven't got that much further to go. This town has really got into the spirit of the Camino. It's really nice, it really is. Sometimes out here you just feel like you're walking and walking and walking. And, oh yeah, there's another town, there's another hamlet. But this place really has made us feel welcome. So we are leaving the village of Bobadilla. I mentioned when we came in here that we were coming up to the 10k mark, which we were, but this is actually at the 9k mark. We weren't paying enough attention this morning, and missed an arrow and went about 500 metres up a road before we realised. So we've added a kilometre to our journey, so make this the 9k mark. Oh yes, a little bit of pasta for anybody who might be hungry.
Look at these walls.
This is sensational, coming up from that village or that hamlet. So beautiful. Imagine if it was like this for the rest of the way. Oh, you couldn't get sick of this, could you? No way. This is sensational. So this is the little hamlet of Pedroso. It's only about 900 metres from the last one. I think they're going to come thick and fast now all the way to Santiago. We've still got another 2 of these to go through in the next 3 or 4 kilometres until we get to our destination. So it gives you an idea of how many there are. And we did read about this section through to Santiago, and it did say that the little hamlets and villages come thick and fast, but not many of them have services. But that's okay, as long as 1 or 2 do. We have arrived in Xunqueira. It's about 20 past 2. I think we've done around 14 and a half Ks if you don't include the extra kilometre where we didn't see the arrow because we weren't really watching. Anyway, we're going to try and get some lunch. We're going to try and get a menu del dia or something for lunch, and usually if you do that you're full for the day. You don't have to worry about dinner. We can get an early night and an early start to Orense tomorrow. Looking forward to tomorrow. Get to Orense, thermal pools, yeah. Rest day. It's going to be fantastic. We're going to actually catch up with some peregrinos that we walked with early on, and then they sort of ripped ahead of us and we haven't seen them since, but one of them's in Orense, so we're having dinner with him tomorrow. That's Mike from Canada. And then I think Mariana, the Portuguese/Dutch lady, is catching up with us Sunday. I think she'll be there, so we'll have dinner with her on Sunday. But now we are going to find a bar, hopefully.